Can you hear the difference between the words sip and zip, hash and has? Can you say these words accurately? Do you know how to say these words on the screen? Can you say the sentence, "The garage of the zoo is usually closed," accurately, like this? The sounds we are going to work on today are the z and the j sounds. Z as in zebra, resign, and rise. And j as in television, usually, and massage. We will also compare the z and the j sounds to the s and the sh sounds, because these four sounds are easily confused by Vietnamese people. There are 5 typical errors that Vietnamese people make with the z and the j sounds when speaking English. First, people speaking with a southern accent say a s sound when they should say a z sound, because they cannot vibrate their throats strong enough. So they will say hiss instead of his, and su instead of zoo. Second problem is that some people say the z sound when they should say the j sound, especially when the j is followed by the schwa, the sound, that needs to be said with the lips and the tongue relaxed. So they will say television instead of television, or usually instead of usually. While others will say the j sound when they should say a z sound, especially when the z is followed by a vowel that needs to be said with the lips rounded, like o or u. So they will say jou instead of zoo, and resign instead of resign. Third problem is that many people do not realize that the z and the j sounds are actually 2 different sounds in English, and they will pronounce a sound that is similar to the mix of these sounds, like z. This is not an English sound. The fourth problem is that most Vietnamese people cannot change between the s, the z, and the sh sounds fast enough when they have to say more of these sounds in a word or a sentence. So they will say, "This is my shirt," or "This is my shirt," instead of "This is my shirt." Finally, very often people simply forget to say the z and the j sounds at the end of words and before consonants. So they will say "rai" instead of "rise," "cloud" instead of "closed," "masa" instead of "massage," and my favorite, "eq me" instead of "excuse me." This is a very serious problem and makes Vietnamese English almost impossible to understand for people who are not familiar with it. In this video, we will learn how to say the z and the j sounds well, and how to distinguish them from the s and the sh sounds. We will examine how we typically spell words with the z and the j sounds. We will practice saying words and sentences with these sounds, and we will test your newly acquired skills. So let's correct these mistakes and start speaking accurate English. Are you with me? Let's go! The z sound is like the buzzing of a fly or other insect. Zzz. Vietnamese people speaking with a northern accent use the z sound a lot, like in za or zao. To make the z sound, you need to do 3 things. First, spread your lips a little and smile, same as with the s sound. Second, position your tongue in the middle of your mouth. Smiling will help your tongue to be wide and flat in your mouth. The tip of your tongue might touch the inside of your lower teeth, same as with the s sound. Finally, blow the air out with a vibration in your throat. Zzz. The z sound is voiced, so there should be a strong vibration in your throat. Turn on your vocal cords. Zzz. The lip and the tongue position of the z sound are exactly the same as that of the s sound. The only difference is that the s sound is not vibrated. It's an unvoiced sound, while the z is vibrated. It's a voiced sound. If you need practice with the s sound, just click on the link popping up on the screen to go to that lesson now. Here are some words with the z sound. Zebra, zoo, lazy, busy, results, exam, phase, rose, as. If you hear that you're saying a zh sound instead of a z sound, and for example you say jou instead of zoo, then try saying the z a little longer and put a little pause between the z and the sound after it. So practice saying zoo like z, oo, z, oo, oo. Make the pause smaller and smaller and finally say the word without the pause. Zoo. Pause this video and practice saying these words with the correct z sound. Remember the sound of the fly, zzz, and don't forget to smile and vibrate your throat. Use a mirror, if necessary, to check your lip position, and put your finger on your throat to check the vibration. Zzz. To make sure that you remember saying the z sound, say it a little longer in each word, like lazy. Pause now. The j sound is not very common in English, but you still need to learn how to say it if you want to speak English well. To make the j sound, you need to do 3 things. First, round your lips and push them slightly forward. Same as with the sh sound. Second, position your tongue so that it's a little pulled back and the tip is pointing down. Same as with the sh sound. Do you remember the sh gesture? Use your fingers to mimic the sh to help you find the correct tongue position easier. Finally, blow the air out with a strong vibration in your throat. Zh. The zh sound is voiced, so there should be a strong vibration in your throat. Zh. Turn on your vocal cords. Zh. The lip and the tongue position of the zh sound are exactly the same as those of the sh sound. The only difference is that the sh sound is not vibrated. It's an unvoiced sound, while the zh is vibrated. It's a voiced sound. If you need practice with the sh sound, just click on the link popping up on the screen to go to that lesson now. Here are some words with the zh sound. Television, decision, usually, luxury, garage, massage. The zh sound in English is almost always followed by a schwa, sound, or the sound. So, if you have difficulty saying these words with the correct zh sound, then first practice saying only jou and je. Then practice saying the words if you can accurately say jou and je. Pause this video and practice saying these words with the correct zh sound. Remember the sh gesture, but vibrate your throat. Use a mirror, if necessary, to check your lip position, and put your finger on your throat to check the vibration. To make sure you remember saying the zh sound, say it a little longer in each word, like television. Pause now. There are only two things that you must pay attention to when pronouncing the s, z, sh, and the j sounds. Tongue position, and the lip position with it, and the vibration in your throat. If your tongue is wide and flat and you are smiling, you will say the s and the z sound. If your tongue is pulled back and your lips are rounded, you will say the sh and j sounds. If you don't vibrate your throat, you will say the s and the sh sound. If you vibrate your throat, you will say the z and the j sound. And the four combinations of the two tongue positions and the two options for the vibration, yes or no, will give you the four different sounds of s, z, sh, and j. You can switch between s and z by adding or removing the vibration in your throat. S, z, s, z. You can switch between the s and the sh by pulling your lips and pushing your tongue to the front, and rounding your lips and pulling your tongue back, like s, sh, s, sh. You can switch between the sh and the j by adding or removing the vibration in your throat. Sh, j, sh, j. And you can switch between the z and the j by pulling your lips and pushing your tongue to the front, and rounding your lips and pulling your tongue back. Z, j, z, j.
Hi guys, my name is Zhao, and I am an academic coordinator at Sonus. I would like to quickly explain to you in Vietnamese how to say the z and the j sound accurately so that we're all on the same page. Are you ready? Here we go. Âm z nghe giống như tiếng ruồi bay hoặc vài côn trùng khác. Z. Người miền Bắc Việt Nam sử dụng âm z rất nhiều như từ da hoặc dầu. Để tạo được âm z gồm 3 bước. 1. Căng môi ra hai bên và cười, giống với âm s. 2. Để vị trí lưỡi nằm giữa bên trong miệng. Cười sẽ giúp lưỡi rộng và phẳng. Đầu lưỡi có thể sẽ chạm vào phía sau răng cửa dưới, giống với âm s. Cuối cùng, thổi hơi ra và tạo độ rung trong cổ họng. Z. Âm z là âm rung nên cổ họng bạn sẽ rung rất mạnh. Hãy kích hoạt cho thanh quản. Z. Vị trí môi và lưỡi của âm z và âm s hoàn toàn giống nhau. Điểm khác biệt duy nhất là âm s không rung, trong khi âm z rung. Nếu bạn cần luyện tập với âm s thì hãy nhấn vào link trên màn hình và xem bài học về âm này. Một số từ với âm z: zebra, zoo, lazy, busy, result, exam, phase, rose, as. Nếu bạn nói âm j thay vì âm z, và ví dụ bạn nói ju thay vì zoo, thì hãy nói âm z dài hơn và tạo khoảng dừng nhỏ giữa âm z và âm theo sau đó. Tập đọc từ zoo như sau: z, u, z, u, z, u, zoo. Rút ngắn dần khoảng dần và cuối cùng đọc từ đó liền mạch. Dừng video và tập đọc các từ có âm z chính xác. Hãy nhớ âm thanh của con ruồi, cười và rung dây thanh quản của bạn. Tập trước gương nếu cần thiết để kiểm tra vị trí môi và đặt tay lên cổ họng để cảm nhận độ rung. Để chắc chắn bạn nhớ nói âm z, bạn hãy nói âm này dài hơn trong mỗi từ, như lazy. Dừng video tại đây. phổ biến trong tiếng Anh, nhưng bạn vẫn cần học cách đọc nó nếu bạn muốn nói tiếng Anh tốt. Để tạo âm Z gồm 3 bước. 1. Đẩy môi về phía trước và tạo thành hình tròn, giống với âm sh. 2. Kéo lưỡi về phía sau và đầu lưỡi hướng xuống dưới, giống với âm sh. Bạn còn nhớ cử chỉ sh không? Sử dụng cử chỉ này giúp lưỡi của bạn nằm ở vị trí chính xác hơn. Cuối cùng, thổi hơi ra và tạo độ rung trong cổ họng. Âm Z là âm rung nên cổ họng bạn sẽ rung rất mạnh. Hãy kích hoạt dây thanh quản. Vị trí môi và lưỡi của âm Z và âm sh hoàn toàn giống nhau. Điểm khác biệt duy nhất là âm sh không rung, trong khi âm Z rung. Nếu bạn cần luyện tập âm sh thì hãy nhấn vào link trên màn hình và xem bài học về âm này. Một số từ với âm Z: television, decision, usually, luxury, garage, massage. Trong tiếng Anh, theo sau âm Z hầu như luôn là một âm schwa, hoặc âm u. Nếu bạn gặp khó khăn khi nói âm Z đúng thì hãy tập nói ju và je trước. Sau đó, tập đọc từ khi bạn đã nói ju và je chính xác. Dừng video và đọc các từ có âm Z chính xác. Hãy nhớ cử chỉ và rung dây thanh quản của bạn. Luyện tập trước gương nếu cần thiết để kiểm tra vị trí môi và đặt tay lên cổ họng để cảm nhận độ rung. Để chắc chắn rằng bạn nhớ nói âm Z, hãy nói âm này dài hơn trong mỗi từ, như television. Dừng video tại đây. Có hai điều bạn cần lưu ý khi đọc âm s, z, sh và z. Đó là vị trí lưỡi và vị trí môi đi kèm và độ rung trong cổ họng. Nếu lưỡi của bạn rộng và phẳng và bạn đang cười, bạn sẽ nói âm s hoặc z. Nếu lưỡi của bạn kéo về phía sau và môi hình tròn, bạn sẽ nói âm sh hoặc z. Nếu bạn không rung trong cổ họng, bạn sẽ nói âm sh hoặc s. Nếu bạn rung cổ họng, bạn sẽ nói âm z hoặc âm z. Và 4 sự kết hợp của hai vị trí lưỡi và hai lựa chọn rung hoặc không rung sẽ cho bạn 4 âm khác nhau. S, z, sh, z. Bạn có thể chuyển từ âm s sang âm z bằng cách rung cổ họng. S, z, s, z. Bạn có thể chuyển từ âm s sang âm sh bằng cách đưa từ môi và lưỡi đang ở phía trước sang môi hình tròn và kéo lưỡi về phía sau. Bạn có thể chuyển từ âm sh sang âm z bằng cách rung cổ họng. Bạn có thể chuyển từ âm z sang âm z bằng cách đưa từ môi và lưỡi đang ở phía trước sang môi hình tròn và kéo lưỡi về phía sau. Alright guys, I hope this translation was helpful. Now, let's continue our video by looking at the spelling rules and then practicing the z and the zh sound so that you can speak English like me.
Now, let's look at the typical ways how we spell the z sound. There are, of course, always exceptions to rules, but the following will give you a good understanding of the basic principles. The letter Z is always pronounced as Z, such as in zoo, zebra, lazy. The letter S before a voiced consonant, if this is not the first sound, as in Asda, Osborne, and pessimism. The letter S after a voiced consonant at the end of plural nouns and third-person verbs, as in loves, cabs, beds, dogs, bells, nuns. The letter S after vowels at the end of plural nouns and third-person verbs, as in babies, dominoes, Toyotas, draws. The SE at the end of words, usually these are verbs, as in rose, lose, rise. The letter X before a vowel is pronounced as Gz, as in exam, exact, exist. Here are some irregular words, such as dessert, busy, result, resident, resign. Now let's examine the j sound. SI plus ON after a vowel or an R, as in television, decision, diversion, and version. The SU plus RE after a vowel if it's unstressed. Treasure, pleasure, leisure. The SU plus A after a vowel, such as in casual, visual, and usual. There are some words, usually these are words that English imported from the French language, that have j at the end, such as in garage, massage, and luxury. One comment about the word garage. In American English, we say garage with the stress on the second syllable and the j sound at the end. But in British English, this word is pronounced as garage with the stress on the first syllable and the j sound at the end of the word. The z, the s, and the sh sounds are often confused by Vietnamese people. So let's look at some minimal pairs with these three sounds. Watch and listen to me saying these minimal pairs and focus on seeing the difference in the lip positions between the z and the sh, and hearing the difference in the vibration between z and s. Sip, zip, ship. Sue, zoo, shoe. Sack, zack, shack. Sane, zane, shane. Ass, as, ash. Pause this video and practice saying these minimal pairs and focus on saying the s, the z, and the sh sounds accurately. Use a mirror, if necessary, to check your different lip positions, and put your fingers on your throat to feel if you're vibrating it or not. Pause now. The first practice activity will make your tongue stronger and more controlled by giving it a little workout. Pause this video and practice switching between the s and the z sounds, then the z and the j sounds, and finally between the s and the j sounds. Do it slowly first. S, z, s, z, then z, j, z, j, and finally s, j, s, j. Then try to make the changes faster and faster if you can. S, z, s, z, and z, j, z, j, and s, j, s, j. Finally make it really fast. S, z, s, z, or z, j, z, j, and s, j, s, j. Be careful to say a clear s, a clear z, and a clear j sound, and not to say a mix of these sounds like s or z or s. Smile and make your tongue flat for the s and the z sounds. And round your lips a little and pull your tongue back slightly for the j sound. Remember the sh, but with a vibration. Vibrate your throat for the z and the j sounds. You can do this exercise anywhere, even sitting in a traffic jam on your motorbike and practicing s, z, s, z, or z, j, z, j, or s, j, s, j. Pause now. In the second activity, we will test your ability to hear and distinguish between the s and the z sounds in words. You will hear 4 words, and you will have to make 4 decisions. We start at 1. After hearing each word, you will have to make a decision. Turn left or turn right, based on what sound you hear in each word. If you hear the s sound, you will have to turn to the left. And if you hear the z sound, you have to turn to the right. After 4 words, we will arrive to a city. Your job is to correctly guess the name of the city where we have arrived. Let's do an example. Sip. Sip. We're going to the left. Zap. Zap. We're going to the right. Lacy. Lacy. We're going to the left. Fussy. Fussy. We're going to the left. And we are in San Francisco. In the first set of words, I will say each word twice, and you can see the word pairs on the screen. Are you ready? Eyes. Eyes. Bus. Bus. Rise. Rise. Zinc. Zinc. Where are we? Write the name of the city in the comments. In the second set of words, I will say each word only once, but you can still see the word pairs on the screen. Are you ready? Zip. Sing. Lazy. Ice. Where are we? Write the name of the city in the comments. In the third set of words, I will say each word once, and you cannot see the word pairs on the screen. Are you ready? Buzz. Prize. Fuzzy. Price. Where are we? Write the name of the city in the comments. If you want, you can also write in the comments the words that I said in this last set. This third activity will improve and test your ability to distinguish between the s, the z, and the sh sounds in sentences. You will see a sentence on the screen where one word has 3 options. You will hear the sentence with one of the words being said. Your job is to choose which word was used in the sentence. Number 1. The options are su, zu, and shu. I really miss that other zoo. I really miss that other zoo. Number 2. The options are sip, zip, and ship. He took a much bigger sip than usual. He took a much bigger sip than usual. Number 3. The options are sack, zack, and shack. They found their precious little Zack with the treasure. they found their precious little Zach with the treasure. Which words were said? Write them in a comment. The fourth and final activity will improve your ability to say the z and the zh sounds accurately in sentences. At the same time, you can test yourself how fast you can change between the s, the z, the sh, and the zh sounds. Look at the sentences, listen to me saying them, and then pause the video after each sentence and practice. Focus on saying the sentences accurately and slowly first. Only say a sentence faster if you can say it accurately at a lower speed. Number 1. She usually sells shells on television. She usually sells shells on television. She usually sells shells on television. Pause now. Number 2. Susie occasionally loses her shoes in the zoo. Susie occasionally loses her shoes in the zoo. Susie occasionally loses her shoes in the zoo. Pause now. Number 3. Zane was busy closing his garage with all his luxury cars. Zane was busy closing his garage with all his luxury cars. Zane was busy closing his garage with all his luxury cars. Pause now. Number 4. Please excuse my laziness, but is this the easiest way to the massage salon with the lowest prices? Please excuse my laziness, but is this the easiest way to the massage salon with the lowest prices? Please excuse my laziness, but is this the easiest way to the massage salon with the lowest prices? Pause now. That's all, folks. But before you close this video, just one more thing. I know this has been quite a long lesson, and I'd like to give you 2 cool gifts as a reward for watching the video all the way through. The first gift is a free copy of the Sonus English Pronunciation Practice Booklet with over 30 pages of practice words, sentences, spelling rules, useful diagrams, and audio files, all designed and collected specifically for Vietnamese learners of English. To get it, simply click on Download Practice Booklet, subscribe to our newsletter, and we will send you a free copy right away. The second gift is that you can have your English pronunciation evaluated by one of our experts for free. To get this freebie, please click on Free Pronunciation Assessment and follow the instructions on the screen. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you don't like it, share it with your enemies. Enjoy your day and see you in the next Sonus American English pronunciation training video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.